y'all, we are back with another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be talking about the two major things you should always be mindful of. So the two major things you should always be mindful of are the words that you are using and the conversations that you are having day to day. The reason why this is so important is because your words and conversations shape the reality that you will live in. It decides your fate. Whatever you speak will happen to you, whether it's a joke or not. So always be mindful of how you speak to others and especially how you speak to yourself. Your words have magic, real magic within them that the universe listens to. So whatever you say is what you will attract. So if you're constantly using negative self-talk and having negative, meaningless conversations with people, well then by universal law, you are bound to have a negative, meaningless type of reality. It doesn't matter whether you're joking or not, the universe and the subconscious mind takes it how it is. For example, if you say you want $1 million, well, that's what you just might get, $1 million outside of your house, just randomly one day, just $1 million, a million of them outside. Just why? I don't know. Because you asked for it. Literally, that's what the universe heard. $1 million? Well, here are $1 million. Is what $1 million look like. So always be specific and mindful of what you say because you just might get it. There is no in between. The more you say something, the more you feel like it, the more you start focusing on it in your outer reality and you start attracting it even more and more and more and more. And you're like, why is it still happening? And it's because you keep saying it. You keep saying these words and they keep coming back to you in an infinity loop. And in order to break that infinity loop, you must use affirmation. Use affirmations. Again, use affirmations. Put in the work. Say what you want to change in your reality every day and it will gradually change. But you have to be patient. It's not just going to happen overnight. You have to let it build up and attract to you. Don't try to force it. Let it come. Don't chase it. Just let it, follow you. Eventually, you're going to be living in the reality you always wanted to live in. But again, you have to put in the work. You have to be mindful of the slip-ups that happen with negative thinking and having negative conversations with people. Learn how to expand your vocabulary and learn how to lead in a conversation, because when you lead in a conversation and expand your vocabulary, now you have full control over where the conversation goes. You decide whether it's going to be negative or not. Figure out how you could be an inspiration in that moment instead of trying to always resonate with the person in that moment. Of course, always find something that you could connect with, but if they start talking about something that you just don't relate to or just makes you feel, really dragged down, you don't have to engage. Understand and take notice that if you do engage, the only thing that you're going to get back is just a negative vibration for the rest of the day. The more you're around negative vibrations, the stronger a negative reality becomes. Your conversations are a sign of what you've been focused on inside of yourself and what you've been attracting in your reality. So don't take too much lightly. Always be mindful of what you're feeding your subconscious mind. Because again, your subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between a joke and reality. Because the joke is reality. The universe and your subconscious mind only sees it as a possible reality that you're focused on and that you're closest to because you are focused on it. The universe and subconscious mind takes the path of least resistance, not the path of complexity. So like a bad genie, what she say is exactly what you will get. So fully become a new you. Have different words and phrases that you use. Learn how to replace your negative mantras with a positive mantra. Change the playlist that goes on in your mind. Go as far as to change the music that you listen to, because whatever you listen to will shape your perception of life and encourage the actions that you do. This is why I make sure what I listen to and the music that I make has a direct message that is in alignment to my reality. Because the more I focus on being aligned with my vision, the more it attracts to me. So always make sure you know what reality you wish to live in and how to stay in alignment with that reality. And the best way to do so is to be mindful of your words, be mindful of your thinking, be mindful of your vibration in the conversations that you're having with people. Because the only way you can reprogram your mind is when you take these things into consideration. A deep, real consideration. Your words can bring death and it can bring life, but the decision is up to you. The power is in your hands and how you use it is up to you. Break away from your old self and allow the new self to guide you. Get out of the comfort zone of thinking and allow new ways of thinking to open your perception. And for some people, I know it might be tough, but the more you continue on this journey, it gets easier. The more you practice reprogramming your mind, the more you'll see fruition. So never give up and understand that the old self is not going to go out without a fight. When you are doubting yourself and feel like you should give up, that is just the old self trying to tell you to come back to comfort. You must overcome that and embrace more of becoming the new version of yourself. Allow yourself to learn a new way of life. Don't just give up because you don't see results in one day. Like I said, this is going to take time. It's going to take a process because you got to remind yourself, how long have I been thinking like this? So I have to put in 10 times the work now. I have to go the extra mile and basically beat myself over the head with this positivity like I beat myself over the head with the negativity. Be so intensely focused on planting the word seed so that it could grow and you can become the reality you wish to be in alignment with. The more you change your words, the more you change your conversations. The more you change your conversations, the more you change your world. The more you focus on positive thoughts and positive feelings, the more you attract positive people and positive vibes in your life, instead of people who talk about stress and drama and hatred all the time. See, I remember being around people who are always talking about their problems and how they couldn't get out of their problems and that they were a victim to their circumstances, and I just felt down. I felt super drained and powerless because that's the vibration they were giving off, and I was like, why do I feel this way when I'm around them? Until I started getting away from them and I realized, oh, it was because they were spreading negative vibrations in their words and speaking this into existence. I started realizing that the words that they were using was the life that they were living. They weren't trying to focus on getting out of their problems. They were just staying in them. I realized constantly talking about the problem never solves the problem. You must talk about solutions, analyze the problem, but be focused more on the solution to it. And this is another thing that being mindful of your words does. It makes you more of a problem solver than focusing on the problem so heavily. In the process of going through the trials of reprogramming your subconscious mind, you naturally become a problem solver, a person who could overcome any adversity, any obstacle that is thrown their way. This is a huge benefit of just going deep and changing who you think you are. Because the deeper you go, the more you find out about yourself. And this is what this journey is really all about. Finding more out about yourself. This is what the reprogramming of your mind really is uncovering the true self and embodying it and embracing it and showing it out to the real world. So don't get too discouraged on this journey. Not all is in vain. Each moment, each step of the way, you are only becoming stronger and only becoming more true to yourself. So embrace the challenge. Learn how to overcome the challenge. Face the challenge head on, because this is how you will learn how to expand your mind and push past the limitations of your own thinking. And the more you realize what you're capable of, the more you're just going to want to keep going. When I realized how much I was capable of, I was like, man, I'm going to just keep going. I'm going to just keep pursuing. What's next? Let me learn something new. Let me keep expanding who I am and learning who I am. I realized the journey will never end. The journey just keeps on going, because once you break that barrier of your own limited mind, you're just like, wow, man, I could do this. I could do that. I did this, you know? And when I started doubting myself, I was like, how could I doubt myself when I've achieved so much? And this is what applying this work will do. This is what just changing your words and changing your conversation and mannerisms will do to you. It will change your whole entire life. This is life-changing information. Don't ever stop. Don't ever give up, and keep learning, because I'm learning. Each of these videos, I'm learning more on how to explain this to people. I'm learning how to teach people this information, and I'm not going to stop because I've already achieved so much. So take this information and apply it. But anyways, y'all, I'm about to end the video, and you know the deal. At the end of the day, the choice is yours, and you can do it the easy way or the hard way. And the hard way is obviously not changing your subconscious mind and doing the work. The easy way is going for it and doing the work and expanding yourself. So make sure you do that. And the beat that's playing in the background, I personally made myself, and I also made the intro beat, and I might be making a song to it soon. So if you want to check that out, and if you want me to do that, Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, comment if you want, but make sure you definitely share, subscribe, and like and all that, because that is what makes the channel grow, and we are going to grow this channel to multi-millions of people. So we are going to help the world. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna change the whole spectrum of this internet thing. But anyways, y'all, I'm gonna let the beat ride out. Make sure y'all do the work, reprogram your subconscious mind, because you are capable of anything. Push past your limits, because you can, and I am too. You seen me do it in live time. Anyways, peace.